So did you shoot your girlfriend and burn her house down?
Yeah, I did.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Y'all see we got another case. Now before I get started, I want to give my sincerest condolences to the family, victims, and friends of anybody involved in this case. And I want to state that everything that I'm speaking about is found on the internet and or social media. Now before we get started, y'all might want to get comfortable because this case gets crazy. Now in my last video, I wanted to be respectful because that case involves a minor. But this case, he grown. He's so grown that he then went and did an interview on the news telling him that he did everything they accused him of doing. But I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. All right, so let's just start from the beginning. This case starts in Virginia on March 22nd of 2022, where Beale and his girlfriend, Xavier Hill, are in the house arguing about their relationship and her parents' involvement in their relationship.
I had the breaking point when her mom kept calling and she was crying like, so what is he gonna do?
So y'all know how parents are when they not really feeling the person you with. Plus, Xavier was leveling up. She was running a church, she was going to school, and she had just started a business. So her mom is really looking like, how is he gonna help you? How is he providing? Like, what is he here for? And he claims that Xavier wasn't really defending him and telling her all the stuff that he was doing to help her while she was doing everything that she was doing. He does state that it was a lot of other factors that were going on. And I'll link the full video of the interview down below so y'all can go watch it for yourselves. So in my opinion, he is being petty because he goes and gets her dog. Everybody who has pets know how we feel about our pets. But I'm going to let him tell y'all what he did next.
Put a dog in the room, I was about to set the dog on fire. And she told me, she said, no, don't do nothing to the dog. You can take me and do whatever you want to do to me instead and let him live. So I did that.
You killed her Tuesday, set her house on fire on Thursday?
Exactly.
So keep Tuesday and Thursday in mind because the timeline on this case is important. But I wanted you to hear how he responds when a news reporter asks him, does he have any remorse? And you'll see why.
You don't think about remorse, you just snap it.
So as if this wasn't tragic and sad enough, Cola did not stop. So on Wednesday, March 23rd, he goes to his adoptive dad's house, whose name is Clifton Baxter, and he kills him. And the reason he says he kills him is because he said he would go to Mr. Baxter and tell him his problems, and he didn't feel like he was helping him enough. Basically, he wasn't giving him money when he was asking him for money. And that's important because when he kills him,
I found like $20,000.
so in a longer interview, he goes on to say that they also found 20 guns and that Mr. Baxter basically was doing him wrong because all the time he was coming to him and telling him his problems. Mr. Baxter had the $20,000 and he could have just gave him $1,000 to set him up. So all about from doing this, he is texting Xavier's mom from Xavier's phone, pretending to be her. And from the interview, he says he's checking the camera. Her mom does drive from another part of Virginia to come check on her daughter because she feels like the text messages aren't adding up. But she never goes in the house, which then makes him mad because she was one of the bigger reasons that their relationship was hitting that rough patch. That's when he goes back on Thursday and burns the house down. And he kills the dog in the house fire. Now, a little while ago, I did reference they, and that's because during the killing of Mr. Baxter, Cola was with his cousin, Downey McLean, which then becomes his third victim. He claims that his cousin had beef in the streets, and because he had already killed 2 people, he was telling his cousin, you know, I'm already going down, so I'll help you out before I either get locked up or I either get killed. And his cousin basically started clowning him.
Talking like you not about this, you not gonna do nothing. Like, bro, I just killed 2 people. You don't think I'm ready to shoot again? So I went right in the kitchen and shot him right in the head. He didn't drop. He just kept moving in circles. Then I shot him in the back to make sure he hit the ground.
So after all of that, because now we had 3 murders and an arson, which is what he is currently charged with. But in my opinion, he also needs to be charged with kidnapping. Because once he was done killing Mr. Downey, he then takes his girlfriend on a run with him to Hampton, Virginia, where they go and get an Airbnb. What?
I be watching y'all broadcast. I did some good broadcasts.
He said while in that Airbnb, he was plotting who to kill next.
I was definitely looking for more people, but I was choosing my people wisely.
So I wasn't able to find anything on a girlfriend that was kidnapped with Cola, but he definitely wants y'all to know.
No remorse about none of this at all. When you snap, you don't think about remorse. That's not something that comes to your mind when you're snapping.
Yeah, this case is mind-blowing. It's one of those rabbit hole cases where you just got to keep digging and you keep finding and you keep finding stuff. Oh, it's taking me through a lot of changes, but okay. So in 2012, he pled guilty to 2 counts of robbery. One was armed robbery. The other was armed robbery with the use of a firearm by a felon. He was given 6 years, and then he was released in 2018 on supervised probation. So then in 2018, he pled guilty to sexual battery with a child younger than 13. And for that charge, he was given a year. But that happened back in 2005. And for that charge, he also has to register as a sex offender. What? Like, that came so left field. Now, and y'all, just when I thought I was done, like, okay, I got all the information. Nothing else is going to come up. I'm not going to find anything else. Watch this. Do y'all see this? My mouth hit the floor when I found out about this. Because his dad is in jail for killing his stepmom back in 2014 while he was in prison on the conspiracy robbery charges. He does talk about that in the other interview, how it affected him because he said him and his stepmom was really close and she was one of the only people that wrote him. But what is going on in Virginia? What is happening? This feels like a movie. You cannot make this up. So now he has a public defender, and his public defender has scheduled him to see a psychologist, as well as the news is already spinning he might have mental health disorders. I'm personally not buying it. And all of this is stemming from the fact that he states that he does not feel remorse. Maybe he don't feel remorse. In an interview, he feels like he's justified for each one of these killings in different ways. It's totally possible. And then even if he does have mental health, how is that supposed to change, like, his trial if it goes to trial? Like, what are you trying to get out of that? Because he's already confessed. And he didn't confess to his homeboy. He confessed to all the local news outlets in Virginia. Is they going to send him to a psych ward instead of prison? I got so many questions. I could go down this hole forever. But I'm not. Y'all tell me what y'all think in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm out.